Streetz 94.5. You go JAZZY McBEE. Have a special guest in the studio with me. She goes by the name of Libianca.
That's right.
That's right. You are laughing at me because I say I do not want to mess up the name. I got you. I got you.
I appreciate the respect, though.
Absolutely. You know I have to put some respect on the name, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So listen, you gotta tell me all about you, right? And so I had a chance to learn about. Of course, I'm very familiar with your song.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely love people. So tell me who you are, where you come from. I know you come from Cameroon.
Yeah.
I said it right.
Pretty close.
Okay. So so tell me, because you know I'm from the South. Cameroon.
Yeah. Well, that's how people in America say it, but Cameroon. That's how I say it.
So how are we supposed to pronounce it?
Cameroon.
Cameroon.
Yes, Cameroon.
I got it. Cameroon. A little bit.
It's close enough. Okay. It's good.
All right, so Cameroon. You got to roll the tongue.
Yeah.
But you're from there. But of course, you know if you've been in America for.
Well, about how many years have I been here? I think it's over 10 years. Wow. No. Like 9, 10.
Like 9, 10 years.
Yeah.
So tell me what's the cultural difference with West Africa and here in America?
First of all, people don't sell food on the side of the road. I say this like all the time. Like it's kind of disappointing, but it's okay. Like that's all right. School is a bit different.
School.
When I was going to school back in Cameroon, I had to wear very strict uniform, and I had to wear like the Jesus sandals with
like the gladiator
long
sandals?
socks. Yeah, and I was bald as well. Like we had to be bald.
What do you mean? Like y'all had to no hair?
Just bald, like all your
Really?
hair off. Yeah.
Okay, but here in America, the culture is different, so it's kind of like you're more free and
Yes.
doing what you want to do.
I now I have hair that can go into ponytail. Do you know what I'm saying?
You can be short one day, you can be long one day, you can have the afro.
Exactly.
I'm loving your hair. What's the inspiration for the style?
Thank you. Well, I decided to put the wigs aside because it's getting hot and lace be lifting.
You feel me?
So ponytails is best, and I like big hair, so why not just have some big ponytails?
Absolutely. So tell me what you're doing. I know you just announced that you are going on tour with Alicia Keys, which that is my Aquarius queen right there. I absolutely love her. What is that like for you when you got that call saying, "Hey, we want you to go on tour"?
First of all, Alicia Keys is one of the artists that I grew up on. So it's just like my inner child is so happy. Like she is ecstatic. And it's gonna be my first time experiencing tour life in so I'm excited. I'm gonna be performing a lot, like EP songs and stuff. I'm gonna be dancing, bro.
Yeah.
Like so yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited to challenge myself and meet her, just get some words of wisdom from her as well.
Absolutely. So does it put you in a state of like nervousness when you think about hitting the stage? Or you're not nervous at all?
No,
Your first tour?
No.
I love that.
No, because when it's more of an intimate setting, that's when it's kind of like, I can literally see the faces looking at me.
Oh.
But if it's thousands of people, I don't care. Everybody is just scattered around. I'm like, yes, just have a good time. I'm lit.
You can't. It's crazy because you can't see the faces there. You just see like lights, and you just kind of like black out and be focused and in your mood.
Yeah, you just see a bunch of heads.
Yeah, you just, and that's it. And so I love it. So I'm excited for you for that. But let's get into one thing. The song "People," right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when I first heard the song, I'm dancing. I love the melody. I love the beat. But then I actually sat and listened to your words, and I said, it is powerful. I don't know if a lot of people, have dived into the song that way, but I listened. I said, wow. So one thing that actually stuck out to me was you said, I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days, but did you check on me? You said, my eyes are bloodshot red. I don't even smoke, but did you check on me? And so I feel like those words that you actually said, it makes the song more powerful. Because there's a lot that's going on. We have suicide rates, we have depression that's higher than normal, anxiety, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so talk to me a little bit more about this song that it hit me deep.
I was down bad. Like up until today, I would still say between October and early December, of last year, that was like my lowest point ever in my life so far. Like it was, woo. I was battling a low. I have cyclothymia. It's a mood disorder. So the lows is very, very much depressive symptoms. And then I also have anxiety as well. So that plus it was not good. And I was in a moment, I was having a time where I wasn't finding it easy at all, because I'm like, bro, I've been doing this music stuff for like how many years, and I just feel like I'm doing so much and I'm not getting anything in return. Like I even had a moment where I was like, I think I should quit music.
Really?
And my best friend was like, are you mad? Like, are you seriously okay in your head? How can you say such a thing? And you know, he obviously he talked me out of it. Shout out. But as time went by, it was just to find that strength to stick through and continue doing something that you believe in so much. It can get hard sometimes. And with the mental health, you know, it was Friendsgiving period. I got into the studio and I just I found a YouTube beat and I just poured my heart out on it. Like I actually didn't write it. I just went and that's exactly how I felt.
Wow.
It's very like, even when I listen to the lyrics these days, I'm like, that's deep.
That's deep.
That's mad deep, bro. Like,
but it's crazy. But it's not crazy because it's so many people that can relate, but we don't necessarily talk about it. You know, we always say, hey, check on your strong friends. But I don't think we say that enough because they see, you know, you turn it up on Instagram, you know, you look happy. So what could be wrong? You know, we're going to call you with all of our problems. So what could really be that bad? No. You got money. What could be that bad? It really
do be like that. And it's like, it's the strong friends and the funny friends. Like, just because I'm cracking jokes, it don't mean that, like, it don't mean everything is funny.
You
like,
feel me?
Don't you know that it's a way that I process my trauma? Like, I crack jokes. I make jokes out of it. It's humor. Like, I don't know. Like, that time I was very frustrated at the world. I was like, it's just unbelievable how people could be just walking. And sometimes you can see it. Like, communication is not only verbal. It's like you see and learn a lot of what you need to from just observing. Yeah. Like if you just take the time to observe, you'll know when your friend's not okay. It's really not hard, in my opinion. Hey, you know?
No, I feel the same way. And I was talking to someone about it too, because you know a lot of times we don't like to share what we're going through because we feel like we're going to be judged, you know? Exactly. And so do you think that we play a part of that? Do we take accountability, I would say, for not telling our friends, hey, this is what I'm going through, and then we go through things by ourselves?
Yes. It's like
we do?
It's like a 50-50.
Okay.
Because, I mean, it's definitely 50-50. Because, like, obviously, we do have to reach a point where we are some type of vulnerable with the people who we consider close to us. So like when you need support in any kind of way, it's just for some of us to get comfortable with the fact that like we're human beings. Like you are not a rock. You like, yes, you strong, but like, bro, come on now. Like you're a human being. Sometimes you need a shoulder to lean on as well. So just get comfortable with that. Take the accountability, but like it's more so like if I know that my friend is not okay, I'm the type of person to be like, yo, like you don't have to tell me what's going on if you don't feel comfortable, but like I'll give you a hug. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want to eat today? You want to eat Cane's? You want to eat McDonald's? Like, we'll go for a drive. We'll get some food. Like, just, you know, and we can talk if you want to. If not, that's okay.
I love that. So one last thing, we talk about the mental health. What's your advice on when you notice someone isn't okay?
One, don't push it. Like, don't press them too hard. Especially when they have mental disorders. Don't push it. Just let them know that you're there. Like, I'm here. Even if it's just for a hug. It doesn't have to be a conversation where I am giving you advice and all this and the third. Because sometimes people don't want to hear advice.
Don't want to hear. Like, I don't want to hear it.
Like, bro, like, let's just, like, sit on the couch, sip some wine, and watch, you know, a show that we used to watch when we were really young. Like, it takes anything. Or even just going outside for a walk. Yeah.
Just your presence being there is all that it takes.
Exactly.
But being on the other side, that person who's going through it, what's your advice for them? when like
don't isolate yourself.
Listen, it's the
not
devil's
do
playground,
that.
right?
Yes. Like that's how he gets you. That is how he gets you. And trust me, I have gotten got a lot of times. Like I would just completely isolate. I'm like MIA. I'm getting calls, not responding. Text messages, not responding. And they're like, yeah, that's just how Libby is. But that's when you isolate, it gets worse. So like you don't even have to speak. You don't have to do anything. Just be surrounded by the people who you are most comfortable being yourself around. I think that's what it is. Because like if you're really going through a hard time, it's gonna be hard to get that support from people who you're not comfortable being yourself
Absolutely.
around anyway. So yeah, just exist
Yeah,
with the people who
and get help, professional help too. I don't think we stress that enough, especially in the Black community. So
heavy on the therapy.
Heavy on the therapy.
Therapy is not bad. You don't have to be crazy to go to a therapist. That's ridiculous. Let's stop thinking that.
Let's stop. Absolutely. Let's stop thinking that. So I'm glad you're finding your way. And so now you have this newfound fame. Tell me about that. Is it surreal for you? Did you manifest this? Because again, I know you said you were going through this hard time, but right before that big break, that was that valley. But like now, girl, you out of here.
Yeah. I mean, like with everything, there's the good and the like not so good. That's just how life is.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I achieved my dreams. I mean, my goals. One of the biggest goals of like my whole life.
And what was that? This
just touching as many hearts as I can.
Oh.
And when I say as many hearts, like I just like when I was younger, I would have dreams, like literal dreams of me being on stage, and it's so many people that all I see is just a bunch of lights, and I'm wearing a black glittery dress. I've had that dream like 3 times, like
what?
Between the ages of 10 and 15. And so fast forward to now, when people happen, I'm just like, okay, like I was in denial for a while. I'm like, nah, like this is just overwhelming. But as time went on, like I found my footing. Like you have to stay grounded, and also be that person for everyone else as well. So like I'm taking time to myself. I'm grounding myself. I don't wake up in the morning first thing, go on my phone, social media.
Feel me?
I put my phone on the side.
Right.
I will go cook some breakfast, give my dog some belly rubs.
Okay.
Just be present, and then I will go on with my day. So like it's been good. I can go on Fashion Nova and buy myself some clothes.
Look, girl,
you know what I'm saying?
listen,
Exactly. You know what the hell I'm
They
saying?
don't understand. They don't understand.
No.
Shopping is therapy.
No, it really is.
It really is. Because I could be on my phone and just like, even 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, why am I ordering this? But it's therapy for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, no, it's clothes, shoes, and food. Thank you. That is like 100%. You got me. You got me. That is the quickest way for me to get kidnapped.
The quickest way.
You give me a few big bags of Fashion Nova.
You feel me?
With some fire shoes.
You feel me?
And then some food.
You feel me? Fashion Nova, we need our check too. I'm just saying.
No, for real.
I'm just saying.
And let the checks be big. Thank you.
Please, in Jesus' name. I'm just saying. So, look, so Coachella, I mean, you rocked the stage. How was it being on stage for the first time at Coachella?
It was so, like, the adrenaline was crazy. Like, I came out, I was like, I'm at Coachella for the first time. Everybody was like, whoa. And I was like shaking my ass. I was like, whoa. To the point where, like, I almost forgot that I was supposed to be singing. So then, I sang. It was a big stage, like huge. So, like, I walked myself back and forth, stopped and wind my waist, vibed with the people. And that was amazing. It was hot, but it was fun.
You look like you had fun as well.
I did.
Yeah.
Only thing is, you see those ponytails I had that was long like that?
Yeah.
My scalp was going through hell.
No, because it's so piercing. The sun in LA, it's not a humid. It's real humid here in Atlanta or in the South. But when you go to the West Coast,
it's hot, like the heat is right there. Plus, it yanking on my locks. I was like, you know what? In Cameroon, we say Nyangadi hot.
What is
Nyangadi hot? It means like
Nyangadi hot.
Beauty is painful. Beauty is pain.
And it really is.
You know what I'm saying? So like I will endure because I know that I look spectacular right now.
You
I'm gonna keep it together.
But you look, when I tell you you look great on the stage, you couldn't notice that you were going through any pain as far as being on the stage. So you did a great job.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Even though
you.
the sun was pierced. So next time you got to put like what is this, sunscreen, like right there,
no,
or like right there on your forehead, and you'll be good.
Because after that, we went to the restaurant, and I went to the bathroom. Like while everyone's eating, I went to the bathroom. I just took them off.
No, you did
and I
not.
held them in my hands. I'm walking past, people look at me like, "What is wrong?" I'm like, "You never see somebody take off their ponytails before?" Like,
Best
come
friend,
on.
did she do that? Best friend, she did that. Okay, now that's the best friend. That is the best friend. Do not lose him in any way. Protect him at all costs. So listen, what's next for you? What's next? We got the tour going. You know, we have new music. What's next for you?
Higher heights.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever something is accomplished, we go on to the next thing. So more music. For sure. I've been challenging myself in the studio. I've been trying a lot of different new things. So all of my influences are being like put in like a mixture in my own way into the music that I'm going to be releasing later this year. So that's going to be fun. An EP and 2 singles. That's what the schedule is looking like.
Okay.
Touring with Alicia, of course, and then most likely touring for my EP as well. So that's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a busy year.
Mm-hmm.
And meeting more people, creating with more people. Because sometimes I understand that like business is business, but if I can create with someone who like I actually mess with, I know that we can make some magic together. Like we can really make some bangas. And it's also a business decision, then why not? So like I'm just exploring.
Yeah, you hooked up with DeVito, right?
Yeah,
that's like
he brought me out.
You look at you, it's like he brought me out. That's one of the people that you connect with.
Yeah,
tell me more about that.
He's a sweetheart.
Yeah,
he's sweet. And like I know he be looking serious and stuff on his social media, but he's honestly just a big kid.
Okay,
like, he's just a kid.
So other than that, what's that one phone call from an artist or whomever that you like to connect with, and you just, if they call you, you just lose it? You mad? You don't have any. The face you just made, like, no, I don't have nobody on my wish list.
No, because those who have been on my wish list, I've already been communicating with them. I mean, they say reach for the stars. I mean, what could go wrong? Like, come on now. So, yeah, as of right now, I don't know.
Sky's the limit.
The sky's the limit.
Absolutely. So before we get out of here, I definitely like to leave on a positive mental note. So I always go through this midday motivation. So what's that one motivational quote that you like to say to get the people amped up and inspired?
Sometimes just take a look at your life and take a look at what is going on in the moment from like a bird's eye view. So like if you were some type of being outside of Earth and you just looking down and you're looking at what's happening right now, including the rest of your timeline. If you look at yourself like that when things go wrong or when you are having low moments or when you're frustrated or angry, you will notice that that is a very, very small, tiny part of your timeline. You don't give it too much of your energy, basically. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because what will be frustrating you right now, you're not even going to remember in 2 weeks. You're not even going to remember in 5 years. You definitely won't be remembering that in 5 years. So when you look at it that way, it gives you like a sense of peace where you're like, you know what? It is what it is. If we can salvage, cool. If we cannot, we move. So
just keep living. That's
living.
What somebody told me. Just keep living. It gets better. It gets better. It's a roller coaster. It goes up and down.
And things go wrong. Don't get shocked. I don't know how. Don't get shocked every time something goes wrong. And it's technically, it's not even really wrong. It happens for a reason. You're supposed to learn something. You're supposed to see something from a different perspective. Like, just, if you look at it that way, your life will be more pleasant.
Love it. Look, I can go on and I would keep you. I know we've been talking forever, but any last words, anything else you would like to say or promote and tell the fans how they can follow you, all that other good stuff. I know you got all these followers, honey, so they know about you, chat.
If you ever see me in public, don't be afraid to shout, "Yebo!"
Yebo!
Because that's me. That's my name. That's my name. Yeah, I love y'all.
Well, we love you back. Streetz 94.5, we out.